Now we've shown you some drawings of these little journal quilts and the feathers, I'm just going to show you this one here, which has already been stitched. It's a simple feather pattern again, with the curves coming in these directions here and little scrolls. I've layered up the 3 layers pretending that it's a real quilt, and you can see I've got the top and the wadding, the polyester wadding that I mentioned, and the same fabric on the back as is on the front. I've chosen to quilt this little quilt using a variegated thread, and I've been quite careful about the type of thread, because some threads, the variegation of the colour is in long lengths, and other threads and manufacturers have variegations in much shorter lengths, and this particular one, the gradations of the colour are quite close together, so it gives a nice random look. I've quilted the feather in the coloured thread, and it goes from black through to pale blue, so you can see the colours and the nice effect that it gives. On this little quilt I chose to make just a diagonal line as the background filling pattern here, and I've also chosen to quilt the background in a cream thread, so again this helps the feather to stand forward and see your work more clearly. I said when we were drawing the background filling pattern that it was important not to go through the actual spaces of the feather and to keep them clear. This helps to keep the motif stand proud, and then you can see it more clearly and gives more definition and clarity to what you have actually worked. I've taken a running stitch, the quilting stitch, around the perimeter of the design, the little border that is around the edge here. You can see the red stitching just marking where the edge of the quilt is, and then on the outside edge I've chosen to do the very traditional butted edge along here, where both edges are folded in towards themselves, and then a little running stitch taken to secure the edges together, making careful note that you need to be careful about the corners here and turn them in to make a very neat edging. So that's the little quilt, which is pretty well finished, but I'm sure that you're going to have a lot of fun and enjoyment in making your own little quilt, and you can see from the size that it's ideal as a little placemat for your table. If you did a bigger one, of course it would be very nice for you to put your sewing machine on.